speaking of Westelm.
Are you
Caleb, that's why we were going to talk about.
Fuck yes! I am so excited. I can't believe you know about that.
Well,
you have TikTok, right?
It was no, I don't. I don't have TikTok.
Did I tell you
no,
about
but it was on. It happened in New York, and a lot of like podcasts that I listen to is in New York.
A lot of them are in New York. Yeah,
so then they were talking about it to some degree, and what?
Go on and explain. I don't know.
I was like,
okay.
there's like waving me down.
We can explain it. There was this TikTok. This girl made a TikTok, and she was talking about this like bad dating experience, and somebody on the comments was like, are you talking about Westelm Caleb? Because that's where he works. Like, there's this guy that is on like Hinge and Bumble and like all these. I think he's only on Hinge. I could be wrong.
It was a Hinge.
I don't know which.
With
I think
the cap.
so. And he worked at Westelm, and he basically has fucked over like half of the female population of New York, because he's like on these apps, and he will like love bomb them and like be like super fucking sweet and be like really into them, or like pretend to be really into them, and then he'll like ghost them. Like, just like literally drop them. And it became like that girl posted that, and then there was a bunch of other girls being like, holy shit, that same thing happened to me with the same guy. And all like half of New York City, like all these girls were like, damn, we were all fucking played by Westelm Caleb. Which, number one, how does he have the fucking time? How long were these relationships going for?
Well, I have opinions about this. First and foremost, I think the most fucked up thing that he did, and which actually makes it fucked up. Huh?
I think it's put where you work at. Why would you say you work? Like, why would you say where you work at?
Right. Well, yeah, I guess so. No, I think the fact that if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, because you probably know more about this than I do. But I think the fact, what made it bad was the fact that he, like actually told them that they were exclusive. Yes?
Oh, I don't know.
There was like 30 girls that came out. There was like 30 girls, and some of those girls were like, he told me that we were exclusive, and then come to find out that like he was sending like the same playlist to everybody, that he was sending the same like
I didn't know that.
Same copy and paste text messages, same copy of it. Like all of it was just like wholesale. All of it was like Costco and shit. Like so.
When it came on my For You page, I like investigated what the situation was, but I wasn't like on Westelm Caleb TikTok. I was on people talking about Westelm Caleb TikTok, if that makes sense. You know, so I don't know exactly, but I know that like the gist of it was like all these girls were like, he would like, was, you know, like he went out of his way to like pursue you and like make you feel good and say like be really sweet with you. Like it was like a full on thing. Like this person is interested in you, and then he would just like drop him.
And then he would just drop them. Yeah, I think the most fucked up thing is the fact that he told some of them that they were exclusive.
Well, yeah,
that's really everything else I'm like whatever about.
I just think it's so insane that there's like, I feel like I see that happen so often on New York TikTok, where there are like these like experiences that people are like, this is crazy and this happened. And then a bunch of comments will be like, that same exact thing happened to me in that same exact place or with that same exact person. Like the amount of fucking girls. What, like, are you a part-time at Westelm? What is your job there? What is, like, you know what I mean?
I don't know. He just makes furniture for people.
No, he doesn't make fucking furniture. He's, like, a sales, like, rep
I don't know what he does. Apparently, he makes furniture. I thought he was one of the...
Apparently, on this thing that we're reading of it, he is a 40-year-old man.
Fuck off.
Really? He does not look 40.
Kidding. No way he's 40.
We have to double check that.
He does not look 40.
What the Rolling Stones page says.
He was not
40 years old.
He does not look 40. And if he is, then
way.
No, on
cool.
His profile it says 25.
Yeah.
His profile said 25. But he's actually 40?
I don't know.
No way. Excuse me. I was
Why did Rolling Stone say he was 40 though?
The internet uproar around Westelm Caleb is out of control.
It is out of control. I don't actually think he did anything wrong except for telling them that they were exclusive. I think that's fucked up. But I think all the other shit is whatever.
Here's the thing. It's one thing to be like, oh, I was seeing this person and then I ghosted them. It's another thing to like love bomb somebody for months and then ghost them. Like that is not the same thing. That is 100% wrong because that is just like the long way of saying you let them on, and that's just like not
sure.
right.
But you know, you know, the way that I got this little bit, which I agree with from another podcast, which they said was like, yeah, I mean, it's a little shaky, or it's a little like, like, you know, like whatever, you know, it's not like necessarily like the nicest thing to do, but also like, it's not like he was a fucking jerk. He was just, you know,
if you lead people on, you're an asshole. Like, that's it.
Ultimately, he is an asshole, but that's also not like the worst thing in the world.
Well, yeah,
like,
nobody's being like,
you know what I mean? And it's also not like
everybody's just being like, damn, this is literally all he does. Like, he just goes out with like a bunch of fucking, like, number one, what is your objective? What are you?
Yeah,
you know what I
think
mean?
I think that man makes bank. Imagine all the I think that.
Dead ass.
I think
like,
I think
how
the
much
fact
are they
that
fucking paying? I'm so interested in this job.
He's a furniture designer.
I told you he actually makes furniture.
Oh, I dead ass thought he worked at like customer service.
Nah. He actually like makes the furniture. I think him saying that they were exclusive, I think that's a little fucked up. But I don't think like everything else is just like, man, like women do that shit to men all the time too. Like those
that
just
is
like
not true.
Yeah, they do.
I also
That
think
shit is
just
true.
The idea
Women.
of ghosting in general is fucked up because like just be an adult and
Oh.
like
Yeah.
explain that.
Yeah,
like,
that's-
that, you know.
I don't fit in this conversation.
That's I mean, and even then that's shaky. I think,
I
and
love
I got
ghosting.
this point from another podcast as well. They said like, it just looks like these girls are like have a bruised ego because it happened to a guy that they thought they were better than.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
These
girls
and
have,
he's
no,
not.
if you have
and he's
somebody
not-
being like, I really like you and I'm so excited about all these things with you, and then they literally just stop talking to you, you're gonna be like, whoa,
But
what the fuck?
Going back to our last
that doesn't
episode,
have to do with my ego. That has to do with like, why would you lie to me?
like you're saying that it's like a decency thing, but imagine
Yeah.
going back to our last episode where we're talking about like celebrities or who were we talking, Drake and all those. Like if you were dating a celebrity and they just like were like, yo, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore,
you
you
don't
wouldn't
get
be
a
like,
fucking
oh, I'm
pass.
so hurt because you love bomb me. You'd be like, yo, you're a fucking celebrity. Like you're
no,
yes,
you might be like
100%.
that. I would not be. I would be like, what? You think that because you're fucking rich and famous, you can treat me like shit? No.
Yeah,
They
that
shouldn't
shit
treat you like
regardless.
shit.
That's
They shouldn't
shitty.
treat you like shit. But I'm at the end of the
But
day,
that's
I'm
what
like,
I'm saying. You can't. Like, if I have set the boundary of like, that is not how I like to be. And like, the thing is that like to be like, oh, to try to like argue against it is like almost trying to tell people like how to feel. You know, like it's like,
No.
shouldn't like it shouldn't be that big of a deal that like he ghosted you because like, oh, you're only feeling like that because it hurt your ego. Which is like, number one, that's not how fucking feelings work. But number two, it's
Right.
not like they're like going around with pitchforks being like, cancel him. Everybody was just being like, that's crazy. Like, that's really fucking
well, there's
funny.
nothing to cancel.
I mean,
He's
you know
not
what I
like
mean?
famous.
It really was kind of a witch hunt.
It
though.
wasn't-
There's an entire hashtag for it and everything.
Right, but what,
And I mean,
but like,
it
what are they
wasn't-
gonna
it wasn't
cancel?
Like there
What are they
wasn't
gonna
anything.
cancel?
They were just like, this is crazy. Like the fact that there
Yeah.
are these many people, like that is hilarious. You know what I mean? This feels like a fucking movie.
Yeah,
but
like,
nobody
and-
was like,
I hope he
we
doesn't
should
lose his
all
job.
call Westelm and tell them about it so they can fire him. Like,
Yeah, I
that's
hope-
not what was happening.
I
you
hope
know?
that he doesn't. If that is happening, that's fucked up because he.
that's not gonna
But
happen.
but other than that, like he's not gonna get canceled.
You're going to Tinder, Chispa, I mean, and Bumble, whatever he was on, to go find something. Are you really looking for love in a dating app?
Some people are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you
people
can't
are.
find love there. I'm sure there's a lot of great love
Yeah.
stories that happen on
And, like,
on
also,
internet
some
dating.
people are
and-
just dating
and
too.
stuff.
Like
Yeah,
they
like-
don't have to like be looking for like the next like love of their life. Some people are just like, oh, I just want to meet people and see where it goes.
I think
you
the
know?
crazy part is that it was so many women,
It was
and it was
so
the same exact
many.
tactic on
Yeah,
every
like,
single
there
woman.
was just so fucking many. Like the way that these articles are like literally half the fucking population of
And
New
he's
York
not
City
like the
dated
best looking
him.
dude either.
The
like,
man
have
found
you
the
seen his
algorithm
picture?
and he went with it.
Well, no. I think this goes back to a point that was made a long time ago. I forgot who said it, but the argument was that like average looking people get more play than really good looking people, and that was the argument. And it was like, this is why that podcast that I was watching was talking about how those really pretty women were talking about had bruised egos, because it was like, oh, I'm shooting down. instead of like
they invented that. Like nobody has talked about that. None of those women.
No.
I was so fucking cute, and he wasn't cute enough to go.
Well, of course they're not gonna say that. They're not gonna go on TikTok and be like, "Yo, I'm pissed off because I'm so better than him." And like,
you're on the wrong side of TikTok. Because the people that I see on TikTok would 100. I will fucking say that shit. I would be like, "Who the fuck does he think he is? I'm way cuter. You cannot ghost me. I should be able to ghost you."
But that's why they were trying to highlight it, because they were like, I can't believe this man is doing it to all of us.
But that's not that. No, that is not the same thing. You can be upset about somebody being like, "Hey, you lied to me," and it doesn't have to do with you thinking that you're cuter than him. It's just you fucking lie to me, and I don't like it when people lie to me.